What's up, guys? How's it going? Not too many people in here right now, but I'm going to be doing a live watch-along of the Toronto Blue Jays against the New York Yankees today. I'm pretty excited for this game, a bit of a weaker lineup for the Toronto Blue Jays, and I'm going to read you guys those two lineups that we will see today in just a little bit. Excuse the boxes behind me and the bare cupboards. I mean, I'm moving out, so I'm getting all my stuff ready and out of here, so it's a little bit hectic. Couldn't do this in my room because I don't have a TV right in front of me, unless you guys want to watch me do a live stream from the comfort of my own bed, by all means, but I don't think you guys want to see that. So I'll start today with the Blue Jays lineup that we'll see. It's not the best, but it is still pretty exciting. We will see some regulars in there. So Kevin Kiermaier is leading off, playing center field. Matt Chapman at third base, batting second, which is something that we haven't really seen too much of this spring. Biggio in right field, batting third. Alejandro Kirk catching, batting fourth. Danny Jansen batting fifth. DHing. Santiago Espinal at shortstop, batting sixth. Nathan Lucas in left field, batting seventh. Otto Lopez at second base, batting eighth. So the two guys that are competing against each other, hitting back-to-back in the lineup. Let's see how they do over there. And I believe it's Caleb Williams at first base, if I'm not mistaken. Let me just check that for you guys. Peyton Williams. Sorry about that. So he's a pretty interesting player. Now, I want to mention this to you guys. He is 6'5", 255 pounds. Now, I wasn't watching the game, but I saw that he did hit a massive double, a monster double, and with like over 105 exit velo. So he's got some serious power. Obviously, doesn't run the base as well, but man, can he hit. He can hit the ball. Let's see how he does in probably A-ball this year. So that's the lineup for the Blue Jays, with Bowden Francis pitching on the mound today. So not the greatest, like I said, but still, I mean, this is I'm more interested to see the Yankees, if I'm being honest with you guys. That's what I want to see. So I'll move over to the Yankees lineup now. I'll just pull that up for you guys here. Sorry I don't have the screenshots ready. I kind of rushed here out of work. So I'll read you the lineup in just a second for the New York Yankees. All right, so good lineup for them. Great lineup for them. So they have DJ LeMahieu leading off, playing third base. Aaron Judge DHing, batting second. Anthony Rizzo first base, batting third. Giancarlo Stanton in right field, batting cleanup. Gleyber Torres at second base, batting fifth. Oswaldo Cabrera in left field, batting sixth. Aaron Hicks in center field, batting seventh. Kyle Higashioka batting eighth, catching, and batting ninth, Oswaldo Peraza, their shortstop. And Johnny Brito, I mean, the Yankees don't want the Blue Jays to see one of their regular pitchers in spring training action, and I think the Jays are the same way. So that's why Kevin Gausman's not pitching today. That's why Chris Bassett's not pitching today. Same thing with Jose Barrios. They're going with Bowden Francis as opposed to those guys. So I'll answer some of your questions here before first pitch. Nice house, Peter. Thanks, Owen. Appreciate it. But yeah, I'll get to some of your questions right now. Peter, are you a little worried about Nate Pearson's future with the Toronto Blue Jays? I can't say I'm worried. I'm just kind of disappointed that he didn't make the opening day roster, but I guess it makes more sense for them to go with Zach Pop. That's the more logical choice. I still have time to stream with you guys. Yeah, that's right. I mean, we would have done a pregame stream. Nick was available to do that. He just can't do the full watch along. I couldn't have done the pregame stream, so that's why I told him, okay, take the day off today. We'll be back with a news video after the game, and then we'll basically go from there. So I'll keep you guys entertained throughout the game. Our video today is going to have nothing to do with the game. I mean, I got you guys covered. We're going to be watching it together, so don't worry about that. Nick's probably going to have to do the live stream tomorrow by himself. I mean, hectic times. We're in our final seasons for school. We got to do our exams. We got a lot of homework to do. So even me, given 2.5 hours, given 2.5 hours of my day today instead of studying is a little bit tough for me. But I wanted to be here for you guys, and I wanted to be here and watch the game with you guys. He still has time. Williams is a hoss. He's huge, man. He's massive. Too bad Nick couldn't be here, but love the in-game live stream idea. Yeah, I don't know if it's something that we'll do too often throughout the season. I am excited to see if it's something that does well amongst you guys, but I don't know. It's a potential idea, maybe for some big games and all that. When do you think we see a final roster? How many more cuts to go? So the final roster is pretty much made. I would think so. I mean, it's just the battle for that final position player spot between Otto Lopez and Nathan Lucas. So that's the main battle going on right now, and they're both playing today. So maybe by the end of today's game, we'll have some sort of an idea as to who makes it between Otto Lopez and Nathan Lucas. But right now, I think that's the only internal battle left. Nate Pearson has been optioned. Some of the guys that you see playing today have already been optioned to the minors, but they're just filling in. So yeah, I think there's just one more cut left to go when it comes to position players, and that's pretty much it. I'm excited for this game, man. I'm excited to see the New York Yankees. Aaron Judge specifically. I love Aaron Judge as a player. I don't think it's possible to hate that man either. I mean, he's just such a phenomenal hitter that you got to respect him, and he's a great all-around player too. So I'm excited to see. Are you guys watching any March Madness today? Because I'm going to be flicking a little bit back and forth. I got two screens here. I got the Jays on one, and I'll have March Madness on at around 2:30. There's been some great games in that tournament so far. So we're just waiting now for first pitch. Should be in around 2 to 3 minutes. Thanks to each and every one of you that are in here. And reminder, for those of you that are in here that are not members, make sure to do that if you want to join the Fantasy Baseball League. The draft is going live on Thursday. So I cannot wait. Not Thursday, Wednesday. The day before the season, we will have our fantasy draft live at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. And depending on the people that are in there, if you can't make it, I mean, we could probably switch the time around to accommodate each and every one of us. But yeah, I cannot wait for the fantasy baseball season to start. I got a couple of sleepers that I'm looking at. I'm not going to let you guys know who, but I love fantasy baseball. It keeps you on your toes, and it gives you incentive to watch some of those games that you might not be watching. So I'm looking forward to that. Most of you that are in here are members. So that's honestly, it's great to see. I mean, I can't remember the last time I've been in a live stream and I've seen pretty much everyone in here be a member. That's pretty cool. So thanks to all of our members already. So yeah, sorry about that, Shane. Sorry about that. I started it before 1:00, so you're good. You're good, man. I mean, 5-minute showers are no fun. You know, you wanna let that warm water get you ready for a lazy Sunday afternoon. So don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. The game's just about to start now. You're right in time for first pitch. Remember to hit that like button. I'm not sure how many likes we're at right now. Technical stuff is a little tough for me on this end. We're at 5 likes. 5 likes. Okay, 5 likes. Not bad. Let's get it to like 30 by the end of the game. All right, here we go. Yankees are about to take the field. Let's just see. I mean, I don't have any commentary. No commentary in the background, but pretty ready for this game. Johnny Brito had a great year in the minors last season. 296. Okay. 112 innings, not bad. Not that many strikeouts, though. Let's see how Kevin Kiermaier does in the leadoff spot. He's been pretty good in the spring. I got to give it to him. But I'd like to see him do a little bit more damage with nobody on base. Oh, sorry about that, guys. Sorry. Uh-oh. Every time I type, it's just, Alright, there we go. Yeah. Every time I type. Nick got fired as technical. Oh, no way. No way, man. If Nick gets fired, this channel's going in the gutter. This channel is going in the gutter if Nick is not here to do the technical stuff. I mean, I enjoy doing it once in a while, but man, Nick is just a different beast with that type of thing. Yes, looks like it's UConn's tournament to lose now. I agree, man. I agree. UConn looks good. They look real good. All right. So let me see Nick's Owen's comment here. Nick, we got to thank Alek Manoah for being that one prospect that panned out for us. If it weren't for Alek Manoah, I don't think Gosse would have signed with us. Maybe not Berrios, Kikuchi, etc. That's an interesting take. But I do think the offensive talent on this team is what swayed some of those pitchers to kind of sign with the Blue Jays. Kevin Kiermaier has been having some really good at-bats in the spring. Hit the like button. That's true. Assistant technical director position is also available, apparently. Yes, yes it is. I'm a clown on this system here. I'm a clown on this system. It's hard. It's hard if you're not used to doing it. I'm glad to have Nick. And it's a lot more fun when the both of us are at it as well. 2-2 count on Kevin Kiermaier. Alta, thank you. Thank you for becoming a member. Appreciate it. Now, you are entered to probably be in our fantasy league if you'd like that. Attaboy Kiermaier, fight that off. Thank you for that, Alta. Appreciate it. So out of all the members right here, I want to ask you, how many of you want to be in the Fantasy Baseball League? Hey, Peter, I'm in Alberta and won't get home from work till 6 p.m. Would pushing the draft 30 minutes later work? If not, I totally get it. Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. I mean, it's not that big of a deal. An extra half hour shouldn't be a big worry. Peter, what subjects should you be studying currently? Right now? Right now, I mean, I don't even know where to start, man. I'm taking a lot of education courses, so yeah. I should be studying, period. I shouldn't be here. Kevin Kiermaier just got rung up on that, man. Wow. Tough. 7-pitch at bat though, not bad. This guy throws hard. Wow, 97. Damn. Got to pay for all the time I spend in here. No, that's not true. I mean, we appreciate each and every one of you that are in here, whether you're a member or not. I mean, you guys make the channel what it is. We have over 6,500 subscribers and maybe 20 members, so I rather get rid of the members and keep those subscribers, if I'm being honest with you guys. Oh my goodness, another one. Wow. I said before the game this guy doesn't have a lot of strikeouts, and now he just struck out 2 in a row. Enjoy the stream, Pete. See you for the vid later. All right, Nick. Love you, man. Love you, man. I know you're going to take over tomorrow. You're going to kill it, bro. Had Tennessee take it in the finals. Kiermaier going 13 for 35 has been the most surprising thing this spring. Interesting. Most surprising thing in the spring so far? It's probably been Yusei Kikuchi for me. I mean, anyone can get hot in spring. But for Kikuchi to be like dominant how he's been, man, I'm going to go with that. Is this guy going to strike out the side, Johnny Brito? Oh my goodness. Brutal. He did. Oh man, that was a strike. That should have been a strike. That was painted on the corner right there. Yeah, the most surprising thing has to be Kikuchi. I mean, who could have seen him just lead the majors in ERA so far in spring training? And there he does. He does strike out the side right there. Johnny Brito, impressive first inning. Wow. It's gonna be a long game if it's all like that. So I'm super fired up for March Madness today. That's what I'm looking forward to. So I might have to cut this short over here, but let's see. Games. So for March Madness today, 220, Creighton against San Diego State. So that's going to be a really good game. Really good game. And then Miami versus Texas at 5 Eastern Standard Time. Bassett has been so consistent. He's sailing under the radar at the moment. Perfect for us. I mean, that's the type of pitcher that he is. He's someone that will sail under the radar. And you're going to look up at the end of the season and you're going to notice that he pitched maybe 175 innings. Then you say, wow, he really gave us everything that he had all throughout the regular season. And that's the kind of pitcher that he is. He's not flashy. And that's it. What was your final four, Peter? I had Houston winning the whole thing, but that was before Marcus Sasser got hurt, which is their best player. I can't remember my final four, though, off the top. I had Michigan State in there because I am a Michigan State fan, which was kind of stupid in hindsight because there was no way that Michigan State was going to make it to the Final Four of March Madness. But I did have Houston winning it all. And one of my buddies actually had a parlay where he was 3 out of 6, and he needed Houston to win to keep it alive. $50 to win $300,000, which is pretty nuts. I mean, his cash out went all the way up to around $3,000, and then Houston lost. That was too bad. I know it's spring training, but not loving the 195 out of Chapman. Yeah, it's been tough. I mean, some players just tend to struggle in spring training. It's not too much of a big deal. Oh, nice catch. Beautiful catch by Kevin Kiermaier right there. You can see that there's a lot of wind in George Steinbrenner Field right now, and that was a nice catch. Wow. Oh, my goodness. He was getting swirled around over there. Could not read that ball off the bat. I remember turning down Eric Sogard autograph in 2019 because he thought I wasn't going to be anything. But I was definitely wrong. What? You turned down an Eric... He asked you to give an autograph? What? That doesn't make sense. What? Owen, I'm confused, man. I'm confused. If the pitch clock has seemed to help Kikuchi the most, who's the pitcher who you think it'll hurt the most, if any? That's a good question. It hasn't seemed to hurt anybody so far in the spring. And honestly, I've always liked working quick as a pitcher. I find it helps me not overthink. It helps me, kind of get into rhythm. I thought it would maybe hurt Kevin Gausman a little bit just because he's so meticulous in his windup and likes to do everything the same, but it hasn't. I mean, he's looked better than ever, so I don't think it'll hurt anyone. Wait, it wasn't consistent why we dropped that much on Berríos? Slightly kidding. Berríos comeback year ahead. You're right on that. You're right on that. He was Mr. Consistent, and then they decided to drop a bag on him for 7 years. And if he doesn't figure things out this year, then that could be one of the worst contracts, not just in franchise history, but in MLB history. I mean, that would be really bad. It'd be really bad if Jose Barrios can't find some sort of form in 2023. Bowden Francis has a interesting 12-6 curveball. It breaks a lot. The Barrios redemption year. I've been on that train since the offseason, and I do think he's going to bounce back. Although I don't think he'll have a, sub 3.5 ERA. I definitely see him having maybe a high threes, which compared to last year would be unbelievable. I mean, that would be a huge step in the right direction. Yeah, Matt Chapman did have a slow start last season, so I'm not worried about him. The defense is going to be there, and that's the thing with these players who have great gloves. No matter what they're doing at the plate, you know that their defense is going to be there. The glove don't slump. That's what I like to say. Man, this umpire's got a massive strike zone. Jesus. I mean, that curveball was like... That had to have been 2 inches off the plate, man. Like, not even close. And he calls that one a ball. Oh, my goodness. Who has a better ERA, Kikuchi or Barrios? I think Barrios has a better ERA than him. Just because Kikuchi's walks are still a problem, and I don't know. I don't see him striking this many guys out throughout the regular season. I've been eating crow on Kiermaier so far, but I'm just waiting for the man of glass to fall apart. Hope not, of course. Well, let's hope not. Okay, so that's the main thing. Let's hope Kevin Kiermaier can stay healthy for a full 162. But the depth on this team is really good, and that's been very well documented throughout the lineup. So they don't need him to play every game. They can run out with Merrifield every now and then in the outfield. They can run out Dalton Varsho in center field. They can... have Kevin Kiermaier late as a defensive replacement. They don't need him to play each and every game. Obviously, it's great to have his defense in the lineup, but it's also spring training. We got to see if he can keep it up, or if he slows down, or if he just hits a slump. Regardless if Barrios can bounce back, I'm still concerned about the contract because I know it's possible for him to have a 5 ERA. It's possible for anyone to have a 5 ERA. And now we're more susceptible to thinking that it'll be Jose Barrios just because he did it last season, but anyone can blow up and have a bad season unless you're maybe Jacob deGrom or Justin Verlander or Clayton Kershaw. So I don't know. I'm not too worried if he's in the 4th spot in the rotation. I think he'll be okay. But we know that the Blue Jays have basically 2 aces in Alek Manoah and Kevin Gausman, so that should help get them through the season. Best case, ideal situation is Manoah, Gausman are anywhere near 3, so 2.5 to 350. Barrios, Kikuchi, Bassett, anything near 4. I mean, if that is the case, that's probably the greatest rotation of all time. If all your guys are like close to a 4, that's really good. You will take that. Who's most likely to get a Gold Glove this year, Varsho or Kiermaier? Definitely Varsho. I don't think he's a better defender than Kevin Kiermaier. I just think he plays in a much weaker defensive position in left field. So he'll probably be the guy to win. He's got to be the favorite for left field with the Gold Glove, I'd think. Wow, how these umpires are sleeping, man. These umpires are sleeping. Aaron Boone is shaking his head. I mean, that was 100% a swing on... Okay, maybe not. Maybe he held up. I'll be quiet. What is your most intriguing storyline for this season? I want to ask you guys in the comments section. Engage with your audience. All right, I'll start a poll. I'll ask you guys a question in the live stream. All right. So I'm asking you guys this question. Who will have a higher average this season? Bo Bichette or Vladimir Guerrero Jr.? Right now it's split 50-50. So, okay, 2 votes to 1 for Bo. I'm going to give my answer afterwards, but yeah, keep voting on that poll. Let me know who you think is going to have the higher average. Okay, so Vlad is now taking the lead. Interesting. Even if Berríos has another so-so season, we'll take his win-loss record over the rest of the starters. I mean, yeah, for sure. He was extremely lucky. The defense played great behind him. What else? I mean, the defense was great. The lineup had their best games when he was out there on the mound. I mean, just look at opening day against the Texas Rangers. He was awful. He couldn't even get out of the first inning, and then, you know, the offense just explodes for 9 runs, I believe, or 10 runs. Was it 10-8 or 9-7? So, yeah, that's what it is. Do you think Bo Bichette will ever hit 300 in his career? Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he's been so close, and he's only getting better. He came into the league as a 300 hitter. So, yeah, I think he'll hit 300 this year. I think he'll hit like 305, 306. Berríos' win-loss was a photo negative of Gausman's. Exactly. Gausman was statistically one of the unluckiest pitchers ever. I think he gave up, a 370 batting average on balls in play, and his actual average against was 280, which is nuts because he was so good, and the shift killed him. I think Bo is the better pure hitter. I don't know, though. I don't know. It's hard to say. I think they're both 300 hitters. I think they are both 300 hitters. I think they both hit 300 this season. Berríos has Ross Stripling to thank for that win-loss record. That's true. Ross did a great job last year. Man, too bad they couldn't keep him. What do you think is the most homers Bo Bichette will ever hit in his career? I'm going to go with 32. 32. Yeah. 32 for Bo. So right now there's 11 polls on the vote. 11 votes on the poll. Sorry about that. Bo is in the lead. Bo's in the lead right now. I believe 8-3. Did 8-3? No. 7-4. 7 votes to 4 for Bo Bichette. I think Bo can be a consistent 25 home run guy. That's what he is. But I could see him hitting 32 to 35 one year. I could definitely see that. They couldn't rally more than 3 runs on Gausman's starts. Yeah, it was bad. For whatever reason, I don't know, the lineup just did not show up when Kevin Gausman was making his starts. But he was good, man. He was so good last year. Could definitely win Cy Young in 2023. Bichette can get a 40-40 season. Ooh, I don't know. I don't think so. I really don't see that happening. That's tough, man. That's tough. The Gausman contract looks amazing compared to the Robbie Ray contract. Yeah, it does. And we got to give Ross Atkins a ton of credit for that. A ton of credit. What a great deal that was, especially considering the market this offseason. Wow. Great job. Great job on that one. And George Springer's getting less money than Brandon Nimmo, which is also crazy to me. Nimmo had like one really good year, and George Springer was a World Series MVP. Obviously, that was 3 years ago, so you got to look at it like that. But I don't know, man. I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if you told me Vlad hit 65 home runs at least once. I don't know, man. I don't know. He's more of a he's got a lot of power, but he's more of a gap to gap guy. Like he hits a lot of doubles, and a lot of just hard line drives. He doesn't really hit moonshots, What else? Vlad is due for a 50 hammer season. 50 I can see. I can see him getting 50, but not 65. Not 65. That's just too much. Oswaldo Cabrera up to bat now against Bowden Francis. I like Oswaldo Cabrera. Guy's going to be a really good player. Do you think if Robbie Ray came back to Toronto, it would have been different compared to his success in Seattle? Do you think he would have continued his success? I don't know. I think that was a pretty lucky year that he had. But you know what you're going to get out of him. He's always going to be a really good, 3-starter. Really good 3-starter. He just kind of overachieved in Toronto a little bit. And he banked. He cashed in his check, man. He cashed it in. He got his money from Seattle, and I'm glad the Jays didn't bring him back. Because I'm never a big fan of pitchers that just can only use 2 pitches. He's fastball slider. Didn't really have anything else. So at least Kevin Gausman, obviously, is fastball and splitter mainly. But his splitter's probably the best pitch in baseball. And then you couple that with his slider, which he throws occasionally, and a pretty decent changeup every now and then. Does anyone know the reason as to why Robbie went with Seattle as opposed to Toronto? He also wasn't vaccinated. So we got to remember that too. Robbie Ray was not vaccinated and would not have been able to play in Toronto to start the year. And the restriction only got lifted in September. So he would have missed so much time. And I think that's another reason as to why he wasn't brought back. And probably extra money. I mean, the Jays probably just didn't want to give him that amount of money that he got from Seattle. Why would you? It's just too much. Varsho, Bichette, faves for most stolen bases. Biggio's a specialist, though. Cavan can be our ace pinch runner late in the year. Interesting. Who leads in stolen bases? I'm probably going to go with Kevin Kiermaier. And Varsho second. And then Bo. Kiermaier's going to have a bounce-back season, man. He's going to have a bounce-back year. So I'm ending the poll now. 13 votes. So Bo wins by a landslide, which is interesting. And my pick is that they're both going to be 300 hitters this season. Maybe Vlad 302. Maybe Bo 306. That's what I'm going to go with. We got to remember, Vlad also hit 311 in 2021. We don't give him enough credit for how great that year truly was. If he can, be 90% of that year for his career, first ballot Hall of Famer. Absolutely. I'll take a 10-year bet. A few loonies or toonies, he gets at least 160 home run season. I don't know. I don't know. I just don't see it happening. 50, I could see it. I just don't see 60. I don't see it. Kevin Gausman is future-proofed for years. It's crazy he was able to turn his whole career around compared to when he was with the Orioles. And there's a reason as to why he did that. The Orioles didn't want him throwing his splitter. They preferred him throwing his slider as opposed to that nasty split that we see every 5 days on the mound. So he got to San Francisco and they wanted him to throw that pitch. And that's when he turned his career around. I'm really glad that he did because he's one of the best pitchers in all of baseball right now. And he's still in the prime of his career. Great pitch right there by Bowden Francis. 95 paints the black. Wow. More home runs with the new walls? Yeah, I think so. I think so for sure. I don't know how much of an impact it's going to make, but it'll be interesting to see how the players adjust to it because they haven't even seen the full changes yet. They don't know what it's like. Bowden Francis looks decent. Looks decent right now. Oswald Peraza is a guy that we got to watch out for on the Yankees as well. I think he's a prime candidate to be their everyday shortstop over Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. I would think so. He's so much better than him. So much better than him. I mean, he's a wizard with the glove. Love this guy as a player. Oswald Peraza. Don't know how he's going to do with the bat. Volpe's got better potential there, but Peraza is probably their shortstop of the future. He's so good defensively. One pitch from Bowden Francis is... Oh, oops. Oh my God, he's got a really good curveball. Wow. Let's admit, Peter, you were a little bit skeptical bringing in Gausman when we first got him because of the possibility he was riding on the pitching coach help of San Francisco. And remembering back, I was not. Now, I watch a lot of baseball. I watch a ton of baseball, and I saw him in San Francisco. He's so good, man. And he was part of that great team in 21. No, I was not skeptical. I was skeptical about bringing Robbie Ray back. I never truly trusted him. I love Kevin Gausman, and he throws hard. He's good. He's just so good, man. He's so good. Definitely an upgrade. I was not skeptical about him. Bowden Francis has been great in spring training. Can't believe he was the throw-in for the Rowdy and Richards deal. Yeah, that's true. That is true. He was. I mean, that was still kind of a bad deal for the Jays. I mean, they could have had Rowdy Tellez in the Brandon Belt role right now. And he's better than Brandon Belt is at the current moment in time. But who knows if he would have developed into the player that he is today. That's worrying since Kiner-Falefa was a guy who had the Jays number last year. He did for whatever reason. I don't know. I remember that home run that he hit. It just pissed me off. It was like his first home run of the season. And that was the time when the Yankees were playing so well. And everything, they could not do any wrong. Everyone was hitting on the team. Like, you just couldn't get them out. Alek Manoah couldn't even get into the 6th inning against them. That Yankees team in that stretch of games was just different, man. They were different. Really like Francis's curve. Yeah, me too. It's got great movement to it. It's like slow. It's super slow too. 90, 94, 95 on the fastball. Then you drop in that 73 mile an hour Uncle Charlie. Love it. Don't think Rowdy wanted to be in the Brandon Belt role, unfortunately. No, he didn't. And that's why the Jays traded him. And he probably wouldn't have developed into the power hitter that he is today. So Trevor Richards has done some good things in his time with the Jays. Although I just wish that he was a little bit better. Like he's just not impressive to me. Nathan Lucas up at bat now. Rowdy wants to be more than that. He wants to be an everyday player, and we didn't have a job for him. Good luck to him. Love to see him doing well. Yeah, me too. Me too. I always liked Rowdy, especially in the team that's going in the gap. Oh, nice catch by Cabrera. Nathan Lucas has been hitting well in spring training. I always liked Rowdy Tellez as a power hitter. I always thought he had some potential, and he had some decent time with the Blue Jays. You know, he had some moments there where he showed a lot of potential, especially when he first came up. I mean, he was just on a tear, and then people started to figure him out. But he would not have turned into a 40 home run guy in Toronto, that's for sure. Ryan Mountcastle is the biggest Jays masher ever. Every time the Jays played the Orioles, it felt like it was... I was always getting MLB notifications that Ryan Mountcastle drove in runs or hit a homer. Yeah, that's true also. He crushes Blue Jay pitching. Crushes them. Orioles are a scary team. They're going to be so good. Otto Lopez, chopper to short. He's also retired. So really quick start here for Johnny Brito. Only 35 pitches through 2 2/3. This guy looks good, man. And considering their starting pitching injuries, don't be surprised if Johnny Brito is in their rotation on opening day. I mean, how can you not? How can you not put him in? Frankie Montas is down. Carlos Rodon is out. Luis Severino is hurt. And then Peyton Williams grounds out to second base. So another quick inning. No one's reached base so far on Johnny Brito. He's thrown 96, 97 with good movement. I mean, that fastball moves. It looks like a sinker. So he's looking good, man. He's looking good. Weaker Jays lineup, though. Take it with a grain of salt. I cannot wait for March Madness to start today. Can you think of a Jays player that's been a masher against a particular team? I can't off the top of my head. Wow, that's tough. That's a really, really good question. Yeah, I can't think of any off the top of my head either. I mean, who could it be? I feel like it's a very easy answer, but it's just slipping my mind. Ugh. Oh man. All right, I'll get back to you, Nick. I'll get back to you on that because I don't know. Yeah, but current. Yeah, against the Red Sox is good. I'd say George Springer against the Red Sox. George Springer always comes up with big hits against them, so I'm gonna go with him. Now, I'll probably check up his stats against the Red Sox, and they probably won't be good. But let's see. Evan Longoria gives me nightmares. That's a good point that Alta Wedgie is making. Problem is that you know who mashes against you, but not who you mash against. Yeah, it's because you don't experience the pain that the other fan bases are experiencing. That's why. Now, it physically pains me when Ryan Mountcastle is doing what he does against the Blue Jays. All right, Mike, thanks for being in here for basically the entire stream. I really appreciate it. I mean, Nick and I really appreciate your support. Thanks for becoming a member. We're going to keep each and every one of you posted about the fantasy league that we're going to be starting up. So stay tuned for that. And thanks to each and every one of you that are in here. Remember to hit the like button to become a member if you aren't. Helps us out a ton, and we really appreciate it. All right, let's check George Springer. All right, now I'm looking at George Springer's career against the Red Sox. If Baseball Reference loads. Yeah. All right. Let's see. Man, my laptop is really slow. Really slow. Why can I not? Okay, here it is. Here it is. Okay, so I wasn't wrong. I was not wrong. Now, George Springer has a 320. Who is that? Rizzo just hit a foul ball nuke. All right, so against the Boston Red Sox in his career, George Springer has a 325 average, 414 on base percentage, 584 slug, 998 OPS. He's got 13 home runs against the Red Sox, and you could assume that most of that has come with the Toronto Blue Jays. Oh my goodness, Facade is in here. Thank you so much, Facade. I really appreciate it. I got the Blue Jays winning the AL East. Let's go Blue Jays Digest. You guys are the best. Now, Facade, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for all your support. You never disappoint, man. I was just wondering, Facade. I know you're very busy with your job and all that, but would you want to be in a fantasy baseball league? Because I know you're not a member. You're not a member, but obviously you're the most generous. You're the most generous guy I've ever come across, and we really appreciate it. And if you do want to be in a fantasy league, then let us know. Let us know. We'll reach out to you. That's why I want to add him. I want to add him in, but it's just up to him. I don't know. I don't know if Facade wants to be in the league. Okay, awesome. We'll put you in. We'll send you the invitation personally. I'll actually do that after this stream. So whenever you have a chance, you could just click the join button. It's on Yahoo Fantasy. So yeah, that'd be awesome. That'd be awesome. I was away at vacation, needed to be away from Los Angeles. Where did you go, if you don't mind me asking? Wow, thanks, Facade. Really appreciate your generosity. You should put Facade first seed for the draft because he's been the most generous. Unfortunately, I can't determine the draft order. If I could, I would put myself first. No, I wouldn't. I don't want to pick first overall, and I honestly think it's a curse to pick first overall. So, yeah, I don't know. I can't. I would though if I could. That's the least I could do for Facade. Thanks once again for your generosity. I don't have the graphic, Facade to pop up for you, but I'll let Nick know for the next stream just to pop it up for you. Appreciate it. Really appreciate it. Thanks. And another one. Oh my God. Oh man. Oh God. I don't know what to say, man. I don't know what to say. Just thank you. Thank you. Oh, well, I hope you enjoyed your vacation, Facade. I really hope you do. You deserve it, man. You deserve it. It's crazy. It's crazy. Sends $50 to say thanks for the invite. That's just the kind of man that he is. Very generous to the core, and really appreciate it. We really do, Facade. Nick and I are super thankful for that. So thanks. We're happy to have you. We're really happy to have you, Facade, and we're happy to have each and every one of you that are in here. That you guys make the difference. We couldn't do what we do without the support that you guys give to us, because the amount of time that we put in, and you guys really show your support, and we appreciate that endlessly. We really do. You have no clue how much it means to us. So thanks. Thanks, Facade. And to many more vacations for you, my friend. Many more vacations. You deserve them. Hard-working man and very generous. Something good is coming your way. That's for sure. So Kevin Kiermaier's 0 for 2 today, with Matt Chapman stepping up to the plate now. So, guys, I think I'm going to stay live until the starters get out of the game. Next one up to Toronto. Yeah, for sure. I'm going to the August 12th game, Facade. I don't know if you're going to be there for the Jose Bautista level of excellence induction, but I'm going to be there. So if you are there, or if you are in town that weekend, then I'll make sure to see you and say what's up, and buy you a drink as well, just for all your generosity. I'd love to sit down and have a scotch with you or something like that. Maybe even a cigar too. Just talk some Blue Jays, talk about life. That would be awesome. August 12th. Cannot wait. Let me check with the wife. Awesome. I'm probably even going before that too. But that's the one day that is confirmed. That is the one day that is confirmed with me. So I'm going with a buddy of mine. But I'll definitely stop by and we'll have a drink together. Like a fool in 16 and Davidoff on me. One's got to be on me, though. One's got to be on me. You're too generous. You're too generous. I don't know what to say, man. I don't know what to say. Despite the fact that Vryonis might be a bust, I think so many of our contracts have been absolute smashes. George Springer, Kevin Gausman. But Vryonis, if he bounces back this year, and if he's still only 28. He's 28. So he can bounce back to maybe not what he used to be in Minnesota, but some sort of resemblance of that, and we're cooking right there. So Facade, you got our personal contacts, Nick and I. So let us know if you do want to head down on the 12th, and I'll definitely meet up with you for sure. I hate that I have to watch the Yankees broadcast this morning. So fortunately for me, I am live streaming right now, and I can't put the sound due to copyright reasons, which is probably a good thing because I don't like the Yankees broadcast either. Is it Michael Kay on it today? I do like Michael Kay. I think he's very talented. I just don't like the Yankees. So by association, I don't like their broadcast. I think that's just the way it goes. Guys, make sure to hit the like button. Thanks to each and every one of you that are in here, and thanks again to Facade for all your generosity. I really appreciate it. Nick also really appreciates it. I can't put up the graphic right now. I don't have the capacity for that on my laptop. I don't even want to know how much Facade has donated in total. I've lost count. I've really lost count. I mean, he's just so generous. So generous. And each and every one of you that are in here, we just appreciate you guys, because we don't rely on donations, but it is super generous for anyone that takes the time and the funds that they do have to show us their support, and we appreciate it. So thanks again, Facade. Appreciate it. Wow, I'm looking at some other spring training scores here. Oh my goodness, it's 20-1 for Houston against St. Louis. Hopefully that's foreshadowing for opening day. You should have an animation that says Facade Bomb. Honestly, we should just change the super chat to the Facade Bomb. or just the super facade. Not even for just not for when Facade donates, but for when anyone donates. Like he's got to be inducted into the Hall of Fame here. No, we're kidding, Facade. We're kidding. It could remain the super chat with Vladdy. No, we're kidding, Facade. We're kidding. Wouldn't do that. This game's flying pretty quickly. Bowden France is doing a great job here. Doing a great job. Really limiting the damage with the Yankee hitters. Wow, his curveball is disgusting. 74 miles an hour. 74. I just like you guys. You deserve it all. We like you too, man. We like you too. And Blue Jay, I mean, we just love Blue Jays baseball. It's something that we're very passionate about, and I'm excited. I'm just so excited for the season. 21-1 for Houston right now, by the way, which is nuts. Let me just pull up the chat here. That was a beautiful pitch, man. Beautiful. Unbelievable. This guy's curveball is gross. He might make a spot start every now and then this season. Amazed at the speed of these spring training games. I mean, get used to it. Get used to it, Nick, because it's going to be like this all season long. Although I just wish they did not have this for the playoffs. I really wish they did not. The Astros are a beast. I hope we get to face them in the ALCS. If the Jays make it to the ALCS, that is a successful season for me. And I'd love to see them come up against the Astros. That would be... You know, contrary to many people, I actually do like the Astros. How can you not respect a team that is that good? Cheating aside, I mean, these guys just find ways to win. And they are a juggernaut. Think Francis or Thompson have the inside track for next up starter? I think Thompson is the guy. I think that's what was announced, if I'm not mistaken, by Ben Nicholson Smith or Arden Zwelling. One of the two. And then probably Bowden Francis is next in line. Or Mitch White, obviously, when he gets healthy. So Mitch White is probably first. I'm fond of Dusty, and their farm system is stellar too. Yeah, they are a factory for star players. I mean, they manage to win every year and somehow get unbelievable prospects. So that's why I'm very excited about who's the guy? Click. James Click. James Click was the guy that they hired from the Astros. He was the GM in Houston for that World Series championship last year, and now he's part of the Jays front office. So maybe he can invoke some wisdom onto the Jays people. I think they might be a bit slower in regular season because of video reviews and such, but not by much. Yeah, I think you could expect around 2 hours and 15 minutes, 2 hours and a half. I thought you could never say that for a baseball game. I just wish that they would get rid of it for the playoffs. They might still. They might still. We'll see. When I was at a spring training game a few weeks ago, I had a conversation with Jordan Romano while he was signing my ball. I told him that I'm planning on the Canada Day to get a Romano red jersey. What did he say? What did he say to that? 74 miles an hour. Does he think he's Mark Eichhorn? Is that how you say that? Who is that? Was that a former Blue Jay? I don't know who that is. I'm sorry. Don't. I'm only 22. I'm only 22 years old. So anything before 2000, I have not seen. I have not seen when it comes to the Blue Jays. Maybe highlights and stuff like that, but yeah. Man, Peyton Williams is huge. Holy cow, this guy is massive. He's got to be. Yeah, he is huge. He's got some power there. Maybe future Rowdy Tellez. I'm loving this Bowden Francis start so far. Eichhorn was on both the 92 and 93 teams. Oh, interesting. Was he a starter or a relief pitcher? Jays are making some great personnel moves behind the scenes. And I've mentioned this in a lot of videos, that these moves at another unbelievable curveball by Bowden Francis. These hitters are lost out there in the box. Now, I mentioned this. When the Raptors won their championship in 2019, they brought in a ton of personnel. They brought in Phil Handy, who is widely regarded as one of the greatest developmental coaches throughout the league. And he obviously he didn't carry them to the championship, but he was an integral part in helping those players develop and kind of unlock a different part of their games that they didn't have. So that's what it reminds me of. Like, they're surrounding the front office that was already there with these guys like James Click. They bring Don Mattingly onto the coaching staff. Victor Martinez. It's just great. It's great having all these additions. Big. Also told Romano, Markham, Ontario, Big Maple, baby. That's funny. That's funny. Google Eichhorn, slowest pitcher in history, and with 5 more innings pitched would have beat Roger Clemens for the ERA title. Wow, that's interesting. Okay, I will Google that. What's Mark Eichhorn? Okay, I'm gonna Google that after this stream. Setup man for Yankees. So he was a kind of a flutterer, basically 70 mile an hour curveball, slow fastball, and he was a setup man. That's interesting. You would never see a setup man who's throwing under 90 miles an hour now. I mean, just crazy the way that the game has changed, right? So Johnny Brito on the mound right now for the New York Yankees has a perfect game actually through 4 innings. So let's see if I just jinxed him and if we can get a leadoff hit here by Alejandro Kirk. That'd be great. That's interesting. I gotta check him out. Peter, if you ever have the opportunity in your life, I would definitely recommend going to a spring training game and getting autographs. It would be a highlight of your life for sure. Interesting. I'm definitely thinking of going next year. This guy that that used to work for actually invited me out this year, but I couldn't go. So we'll probably go together next year. He wanted me to come out with him, so I'll go. Yes, Eichhorn had 2 stints with the Jays. So wow, that's interesting. Wow. Let me look this guy up. Mark Eichhorn. All right. Bear with me, guys. Mark Eichhorn. Is that how you say it? Am I saying it right? Guy had some good years, man. He had some really good years. Oh, I just saw that, Broseph. I just saw that. Wow. 157 innings pitched in relief. What the hell, man? And then the next year, 127. Was he like a long man? What in that time? Wow. Yeah, Owen, I have heard of him. I just forgot. I forgot his name. Jim Abbott. Yeah, Jim Abbott. That's right. I actually have a funny story about that. So I was in an All-Star game when I was, I believe, 11 or 12 years old, and I don't know why I remember this, but after the game, our coach, it was an all-star game, so it was a bunch of players from different teams, and we didn't really like this coach because he coached on the rival team, and that's the team that we were competing with all the time. But he was actually a very nice guy. We just didn't know him, right? So at the end of the game, he picks the MVP, and he says, and before he picks the MVP, he shows a picture of Jim Abbott. And he says, so the MVP today is called the Jim Abbott Award, he said. Now I'm calling it this because this MVP showed great determination today. And Jim Abbott threw a no-hitter, and he only had one arm in a major league game. So that just shows how great your determination was today. And then the kid that did win the MVP was like, but I have two arms. And then it was just, I don't know. It was just, I don't know why I remember that. Such a stupid story, but just crazy. Crazy. Jim Abbott. How you could throw a no-hitter in the majors with one arm. Pretty nuts. This game is flying. I won't stay long for too long. Yeah, shout out to Nick for coming in here and thanking you, Facade. I told him to that I couldn't pop up the the super chat for you, so that's why he probably came in here and did that. But yeah, we'll be back tomorrow for another stream. I probably won't be. Nick will probably have to take over, but these have been super fun. Can't wait for the season to start. I think we're going to do an hour-long live stream. Before opening day. I think that's what we're going to do. Abbott was... Yeah, Abbott was actually surprisingly good at fielding his position, if you can believe it. I did see some highlights of him, actually. So, yeah. I could see... I mean... It's practice. It's a lot of practice. Facade, did you stay up in a resort in Mexico? Or did you like stay in the city? Because I've always wanted to go. I've stayed in a resort in Cuba before, and I liked it, but the food was not great, and I kind of like getting immersed in the culture. So if I ever do go to Mexico, I'd want to stay in the city, I think. Peter, does Pat Venditti ring a bell? Yes, that's the switch pitcher that the Jays had for like one game. I remember he came in, there was a lot of hype. But he was not good he was just not good from either side. I mean, shout out to him for all the commitment that it takes to to reach the bigs. But yeah, I don't know. Like, he threw 85 from the left side and 88 from the right side. It was just not great. Oh, this resort was amazing. It also helps that my wife is Mexican. Yes, that I could see why that's helpful. I could see why that's helpful. Man, it must have been luxurious. And lucky you getting away from this weather in Canada or wherever you are. I mean, anytime you can get away is just great. It's just great. So Fasada, just a reminder that I will send you the fantasy link after this, and just join whenever you want. I think we're gonna do the draft the day before opening day, so March 29th at 8 p.m. We're gonna switch it to. If that works for you, up to you. Can't make the promise. If and when I am a millionaire, I will take all of you there. Wow. All the members too. That's oh my god. Oh my goodness. Hold on. Let me see if I can pop up the Okay. I can't. It's not going to work. But that hey, that is something to look forward to. I appreciate that, Facade. If there was ever a Switch pitcher that actually managed to pitch amazing from both sides, it would be the craziest Marvel to ever grace the game of baseball. Yeah, that would be awesome. I did see a guy in college, if I'm not mistaken, doing that right now, and he throws gas from both sides. So that'll be cool to see if he can crack a big league roster. Well, to be fair, he said when I am a millionaire, so he's getting there. 8 p.m. it would be on Wednesday, Facade, if that works for you. But like I said, once we know everyone that is in the league, we will, we'll shuffle it around and make it work for everyone. But if 8 p.m. on Wednesday works for you, that's even better. So the whole point of this was to talk about the game, and not much has gone on besides a Bowden Francis masterclass so far, alongside a Johnny Brito masterclass. William G, thank you, man. Thank you for everything that you guys do too. I mean, we couldn't do this without the support that you guys give to us. So really appreciate it. Yeah, no problem, Adam. No problem. And if that doesn't work for you other guys, I mean that's fine. We can figure something out. Yeah, Jays don't have a hit. They don't have a base runner. I need to get a few jersey orders in. I actually ordered a Shohei Ohtani Japan jersey. After his performance at the World Baseball. Just texting Nick right now. Oh, sorry about that, guys. Sorry. It's always every time I type something. Might as well. Pop coming in again. I recommend doing the draft a few days before. Okay, that's yeah. Okay, we can probably do that. We can probably do. Well, it would. I mean, it's only 4 days away now. Props to Francis. Pre-game, I thought we were giving up on this one. Yeah, me too. Me too. I saw the lineup and I'm like, wow, the Yankees are going to mash against this guy. Getting a blue Varsho and white Vladdy. Love it. Love it. I got the gray Vladdy. I don't know why so many people hate on the grays. Do you guys like the away gray uniforms? That's what I'm interested to know. Someone on the last day will have to go into the regular season, which isn't good. I think we should do it in 2 days. Okay, Nick and I are going to discuss. It all depends what works best for you guys, because obviously it's hard to plan with 12 different people. Oh, that might be gone. That's an Aaron Judge bomb right there. That's an Aaron Judge bomb right there. Wow. That didn't take long, did it? So Bowden Francis keeps the minute, then Zach Pop comes in and gives up a home run. A sinker baller gives up a home run to Aaron Judge. Nice. Nice. That was melted into right center field. That was melted into right center field. Wow. Jesus. Wow. Is that gone? That's also gone. Back to back off Zach Pop. That's not good. That's not good for a guy who just made the opening day roster. Wow. That Judge one was melted. That one was into another stratosphere by Anthony Rizzo. Right off the bat, you knew it was gone. He just pulled that outside pitch 700 feet. Oh my goodness. Now, I like Zach Pop. I like Zach Pop for what he brings. It's just spring training. Okay, it's not a big deal. It happens. He's going to be in a middle relief role, probably in a long relief role, since Mitch White is out to start the year. Now, he's got a great sinker on him. He's just got to keep it low. He's got to keep it low. Can you remove him from the roster? Yeah, they can. They can, but I mean, I don't want to overreact over one spring training outing here. He's been good in the spring so far. Loving all the metaphors here. Like it. Yeah, he looks a little rattled right now, and Stanton is an ideal candidate to take him deep. Back to back to back. Is it incoming? Man, those two balls were crushed. All right, there we go. He's out of it. He's out of it. Stanton is pissed. He wanted to go back to back to back. All right, guys. Now, I want to ask you in here, okay, since I'm doing this live, I don't know, game watch along, whatever you want to call it, there won't be any game reaction in the video today. But I want you guys to tell me any topics that you may want to see covered in the video tonight, and we'll do our best, Nick and I, to try and cover them. And I'll jot some down. I don't know if Nick is able to watch right now, but is this Judge guy even good? Sound the alarm. Empty Chonic. My guess is no wife yet. Well, I'm 22, and it's not even my house. I'm moving out. I'm moving out right now. So, yeah, we'll It's been tough. It's been tough. I don't have many things up here, so I've had to kind of live with bare bones. Peter, create a private channel for all of the members right now and ask which for all their Discords. I just don't know if all the members have Discord. That's the only thing. It's the only thing. Definitely going to talk about Francis, I'm sure. We won't, though. We won't talk about the game. We won't, because we've been talking about Bowden Francis quite a bit today. So we'll try to do something different. Maybe like a season preview, maybe some bold predictions for you guys. Just any topics that you might want to have covered in the video, let me know. Let me know, and I'll run them by Nick. Peter, I've been there too. I didn't have a bed at all while in high school. Slept on a mattress. Yeah, it's. I'm in university right now. This is my mom's house. Okay, so the way that the houses are in Montreal, they're townhouses, so they're duplexes. There's a unit upstairs, unit on the bottom. So my mom, my sister, and my grandma, they're all living downstairs, and I'm living upstairs by myself, but I'm in the process of moving downstairs. So we'll see how that goes. Maybe having a Discord should be a requirement of joining the fantasy league. Well, no, that's not fair. I mean, not all of our members use Discord. No, that's not. Oh, and you're in, Owen. Don't worry. We know you're here every stream. You became a member, so you can join the league. You'll be in. Don't worry. Just got to believe in yourself and dreams and work hard, and it will happen. Yep, you're right. You're right, Facade. You're right. That's what Nick and I exactly. I don't even know what Discord is. I mean, yeah, our members they vary in age. Some are, some have Discord. Some are Discord age. Some are not Discord age. And I didn't use Discord before I got this. Before I started doing this channel, so. The bright side when I still lived at home was Jay's season tickets. Okay, for the first few years it was Exhibition Stadium, but still. No, I'm not worried of any communication, that's all. For others to join the fantasy league, you have to send out the link to everyone. Yeah, we can do that. I'm not gonna ask for you guys' ages. I don't wanna do that. I don't wanna make you guys feel old. I am 22 though. I'm 22. Nick's 21. I'm basically just there for the news updates. Yeah, the Discord is good for some things, and it's cool. It's cool. Now there also may not be a post game video. Probably not, unless we find something. It's okay, Peter. I already feel old. 38 is not old, man. 38 is not old. Those are, I heard someone told me that your 30s are like your 20s, but just with more money. Is that true? 42 on Tuesday. Well, happy early birthday, Nick. If we don't talk to you before that. Yeah, so I'll reach out to you guys personally. Okay, here we go. I'll do this, okay? So I'm going to drop my Instagram, my personal Instagram, in the chat. and you guys reach out to me there. So Facade, I already have your contact. Yeah, I already have your contact, Facade. So I'll reach out to you personally, and we can get you in the league as soon as possible. My favorite Jays hat is 10 years older than you. Enjoy your disposable income in your 20s. You don't have any of that in your 30s, lol. 30s are better than 20s in most ways, including financially. Now, I'm getting some mixed reviews here because Shane is telling me no, and Jesse's telling me yes. Now, I'm still a few years away from finding out, but better to be prepared, I guess, right? Better to be prepared. The burrito guy is way better than former Jay Socrates burrito. New Brunswick, Canada guy, welcome to the stream, man. Welcome to the stream. Thank you. Depends if you want the wife and kids. The bats are still cold, Nick. The bats are still cold. As someone a year over you, I've got no idea, Peter. Well, Rashid, I'm glad someone's in the same boat as me here. Although I'm not going to complain about being young. I don't think anyone wants to hear that in here. If prices keep going up on everything, there will be no disposable income. Yeah. Wait for your 50s. That was funny. Oh, I don't want to think about that. Not quite yet. Not quite yet. In due time. Do I need to be on Instagram? No, you don't. Just I don't know. I don't know other ways I can get in touch with you, Adam. I just can Otto Lopez break the perfect game bid that we got going on here? Oh no, Michael King is in. Is there a fantasy? There's a fantasy baseball section? Okay. Now, I did not know that. Shout out to Nick for getting that going. And okay, if you guys are not on Discord, just reach out to me. Otto Lopez lines out to Giancarlo Stanton. Yeah, you could send me a DM on Instagram if you are not on Discord. And I said to do it on my personal just so I know that it is you guys. Because anyone can just DM our Blue Jays Digest one, so. Yeah, so the 4 home run members get priority, and obviously Facade is in there as well because he wants to be added in. And then if they all join, which I expect them to, then that leaves 5 spots open. 5 spots. Yeah, so Facade and the 4 home run members, if they want to be in. Yeah. This is tough. This is really tough to watch right now. So I'm going to stop the live after this half inning here because I'm going to tune into some March Madness. I'm no good at fantasy sports. Haven't even tried in a decade. Hey, this could be the year. And there is a great prize available to the winner of the fantasy league. Although, I'm going to let you guys know that I'm going all out. I'm not losing. I am not losing. All right, Facade. Well, yeah, I guess I just want to see who's pitching. If it's no one interesting, If it's no one that's cracking the big league roster or Nate Pearson, then I will end the live stream. But I want to thank each and every one of you for the support that we've gotten today. It's been great. Obviously, Blue Jays Today does a lot of live watch-alongs. We didn't know they would do one today, but yeah, that's more their thing. Just wanted to see if this is something that could work out for us maybe a couple times throughout the regular season. Could be something to monitor. Could be something that I'm interested in doing. All depends on if Nick and I are available. Could be something that we do for a big game, although I do tend to like just watching. Are the Jays doing the Montreal game before the start of the season? No, they're not. They're not. They haven't done that in a couple of years since the pandemic, I think. Last time they did it might have been in 2019. 2019, I believe. That's when Vladimir Guerrero Jr. hit the walk-off home run against the St. Louis Cardinals. Who's pitching right now for the Jays? Okay, so it's Brock. I don't even know who that is. Have a great rest of your day, everyone. I will catch you all later. Be well and be safe. Well, thanks to you again, Facade, for your generosity. I really appreciate it. I'll send you the link once I'm done with this. And man, I just can't wait for the season to start. I can't wait for each and every one of you to follow along all year long. And I think this is going to be a special season for the Blue Jays. I really do. I have that feeling. Also, Nick, Gosse, and Peter, you don't have to wait until the last day to invite everyone at once. Scheduling the draft is separate to inviting people. Yeah, we know. We just haven't gotten around to organizing everything yet. So we'll get on that. Don't worry, Owen. We'll get on that. But I want to thank each and every one of you that took the time today to be active in the chat. Anyone that donated, anyone that became a member. You guys are great. You guys have been so supportive, and it's been rough a little bit in spring training, especially games like these where we don't see all the regulars in there. But we're only a few days away from opening day. 4 days. 4 days, people. So we're almost there. And it's going to be great. It's going to be great. So thanks again, guys, and take it easy.